WiggleCulture here. So we've been working on, we got that trencher, cut all these trenches. So my well is right underneath that piece of cardboard. You can't see it. There's my 1/2 inch line. That's going to go to my DC solar powered well pump. Going to be about 40 feet down. And it's a one panel pump. It doesn't take a whole lot of power to run it. It's going to go slow and steady. I'm going to fill a 3,000 gallon tank with it. So I have the existing electric pump in there, AC pump, 220 pump. I'm going to leave that in there. I'm going to put this other pump in on top of it. So I'm going to be putting a panel in right there, solar panel on a pole. And it's going to have no battery or anything. It just have a pump controller. So it's going to go panel, pump controller to the pump. Pump will come out to the 1/2 inch line. The 1/2 inch line runs down this way. And it's going to go all the way around the corner to the 3,000 gallon tank. I just thought I'd show you what we got done here. This is a 2-inch line and a 3/4 water supply line. This area is outside my deep freeze. This is going to get closed in, and it'll be an area for processing chickens and meat, whatever, you know, when we're fish. Just is a meat processing room. It's going to have a floor drain and a sink. So that's why we have the 2-inch line there and a 3/4 supply line, which is not hooked to that 1/2 inch line. That's coming back out of the tank. The 1/2 inch line runs all the way to the tank with nothing, no branches. It's just a straight line. Then coming out of the tank is a bigger line, a 1-inch line that'll be hooked to a secondary pump. That's just a pressure pump, a DC pressure pump. So it can be a gravity fed system, or it can have a power assist from the DC. The tank should be in a place that will get some trickle of water no matter what. But we're going to pump it up so it's more like a normal water system. So the 2-inch comes down here. Now I have 2 sewer lines. One is Greywater, one is Blackwater. One is the toilet, one is everything else basically. Here's the ditch off to the right down that way. We'll go the Greywater line, and then the Blackwater. It's got to go straight down that way between the buildings, to the left of the orange storage container and to the right of that little tiny home. Septic's right over there, so we got to run that line all the way that way. But the line's actually going to be run under that fence through that gate, and then it's going to take a left because of all these trees. I'm going to try to go right through this opening here between these 2 trees. I'm going to run that line right down the middle to that far gate. That gate right there, and right down the middle of that gate. Then it'll go. And the septic is. See that? Manhole cover? That's the septic. So it's running down there. So the Blackwater, just the toilets, are going to run to that. The Greywater will be the floor drain for the meat room and the sink there. So I've got a gray and a Blackwater coming down this ditch. In this ditch is the 1/2 inch going up to the tank, and the 1 inch coming back out of the tank. Branches, the supply line branches down this, the 1 inch. That goes and ties into the main plumbing. The tank, well, since we're here, we did branch off. All of that is just for that hydrant way up there. Wherever it's at. Cameraman of the year here. There it is. I was going to do some other things, but I changed the design, so no spigot or anything like that. I'm going to put no hydrant. I'm going to put a spigot right on the outside of that meat room, so I don't have any hydrant sticking out of the yard. That was a branch. Following this ditch, right here will be where the 3,000 gallon tank is going to come, like the 11th of next month. So it's going to go right in this area. We had another branch line here going all the way to that hydrant over there, and you can see those electric. I used this white PVC for my conduit, and we electrified that little building. There's another ditch that runs all the way over to the side of the house. See that pipes there. One is for camera wires, security wires, telephone, that type of thing. Got a couple of 4-strand wires in there, and the other one is the electric. Runs over to that box, you can't see it. So that was one of our ditches. So that's all this mess here. So the 1-inch line runs right past these men working. Tunnel under there. So there's a hydrant in there in the poultry house. I'm going to tie into that hydrant, change a 90 to a T, and then all of this system will be hooked to the rest of the plumbing. And putting in some clean outs right here. One for the gray, one for the black. So now we're just going to fill it in with soft dirt by hand, and then I'll push the rest of the dirt in with the loader. So we got all the hard part done. We're thankfully moving on to something else now. I'm going to work on the garden today, and I can get back on my solar project. I have a little time for the tank gets here, so I'll be putting a metal pole in over by the deep well, getting that solar panel mounted on it. And actually this over here is going to be a bathroom in this area. It's going to come off of the building. I'll show you that later. But that's why we have those lines. I'm going to put a laundry room with coin operated washer and dryer. It'll be like on grid, so to speak. And then I'll have the 2 toilets, with just toilets, half baths, toilet and sink, and then I'm going to have a shower with a changing room attached, all in this little room. That's why we have the septic all here. So I'll update you on that later. The big thing is we're going to get the trenches closed in, and I just wanted to archive what it looked like in case we ever had to fix it, and also just sharing with you what we got done. So I'm going to back up and take a big. I'll be right back. So here's a wide view of the projects. So we kind of have the spacing of everything, and the bathroom is going to come right off of that wall there. 10 foot, it's actually 11 feet. I'm going to chop this roof off a little bit, and then I'm just going to bring a shed roof off of that roof right there. And then we'll have the washer and dryer will be over here to the right. And then that'll be the shower in that area. And then there'll be a hall or open space. And the bathroom will be down on this end. One entrance door. Probably nothing but a gable window. We'll see if any windows at all. Most of it's like walls. Easier to insulate. So that's the idea. I'll keep you updated on the projects. Thanks for watching.